off with the 20% off for the promo code.
My guess is
Clothing.
Lucky.
Clothing
Madness.
Company.
Could be
Madness.
Oh, come on. Not one thing. Did you already know that?
No. I'm smart.
You're not smart.
I am smart. I guessed it on the first try.
He just guessed it.
Now
you
read off
words
45, so it made it easier for me to figure out what it is.
I was going with the St. Patrick's Day theme.
No, I know what you were doing. He just happened to be right.
Yeah, well.
So Madness will get you 20% off at CLE Clothing Company, whatever you want to buy, however often you want to patronize them. So you can go to any of their locations. You can go online, cleclothingco.com, and use Madness for 20% off all through the month of March.
We have some Madness-related events coming up, too.
We do.
Yeah.
We'll be telling people about those very soon. Because there's so much madness in the month of March.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
Well, I have a Papa Shot event. Well, can't say that. Basketball Shootout Challenge.
I was going to say, yeah.
Just had to fix something.
Any advertisements we do were like, hey, there's a lot of basketball madness coming.
Yeah, this one is Basketball Shootout Challenge this Friday at Panini's in Brunswick from 8 to 10 p.m., and one winner will qualify for the finals.
Wait, Papa Shot is copywritten too?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
By the NBA?
No, by a company that sells machines.
Oh, they sell
I have one of them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so, but you can't...
can't say Papa Shot.
Papa Shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Not in accordance with the advertisement.
Understood.
So, it is a Basketball Shootout Challenge.
Now, will you pop a shart?
There's always a chance.
Okay.
There's always a chance.
That's an extra little tidbit.
But it's from 8 to 10, and the grand prize is a trip to Vegas for two during like the Final Four.
Beautiful.
Or the last four basketball teams in the college divisions.
Cody and I are actually, we have an event too on Friday. We're going to get really high and go out clubbing. It's called Papa Thought. And if you're interested in that.
I'm not, but I appreciate the information. Hey, JT.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, first of all, I love your show. You guys are, every one of you is awesome. But I got a little bone to pick with Mary here.
Oh, here we go. Are you a Sperry guy? Can't wait.
Mary, I cannot believe that you are singling out an entire category of men that have short straws. I mean, come on. I've been golfing. I ride a Harley. I've been on Harley runs. There's Harley guys that have short straws, too. Come on, Mary.
I understand
There's a lot
that.
of compensation
Listen,
out there is what you're saying, JT.
I am not saying these. Okay, here.
Short straws.
Here's what it is. I am not saying that men who wear boat shoes and polos are the only men who are lacking some inches. I'm saying that those two just happen to coincide. I know that there are short straws all across every genre of man.
Genre of man, I like that.
But you're saying that group only has short straws.
I've never met one with a big one.
Well,
Yet.
how many are you meeting, Mary?
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't have large enough sample size.
I mean, maybe Bill's got a point there. But I'm saying from my experience, that type of dude, that like preppy, well-to-do, that kind of guy, generally...
But you did cop to the fact that your experience consists of 3 guys like
That's
that.
fine, yeah.
And were they...
That's a very small sample size.
And this
That's
is,
fine.
how old are you when this is going on?
In my 20s, across a variation of ages.
There are more people that have died from
Mid-20s.
there are more people that died from the coronavirus than that, and there's probably still not a reason to freak out.
I'm just saying, okay, so maybe it's unfair of me to say that all men who wear boat shoes have small dingles.
But these guys all have the small bonavirus, is what you're
small
saying.
bonavirus.
Hey, it's not the size of the straw. It's the size of the boat, Mary. It's the size of the
That's
boat.
what guys with tiny wieners
No.
always say, though.
Not
I
the
never
size
say
of the
that.
straw.
Wait, the
it's the
size of the
size
straw
of the
boat is... That's no.
It's the motion of the
No,
ocean.
It's the motion of the ocean, not the size of the boat.
It's not the size of the straw, it's the size of the turtle.
Yeah.
That
it
gets
can
stuck
kill.
in.
Yeah.
All right, good luck out there, JT.
I'm sorry if I offended you, JT.
All right.
He sounds like a good sport about it.
Yeah. I like him referring to him as short straws, though. That's pretty funny.
And plus, I don't. Never mind.
No, go for it.
It's like I just don't need a large member all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time. Like I got work in the morning. Like sometimes it's okay.
I'm not saying you need something to make you walk crooked.
But like
something that's more than a chapstick bottle.
Something you can work.
Chapstick
bottle.
What are they called? Tube.
One of these little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, little. He's got a lip balm down there.
I've seen a small penis, but not as small as what you're talking about. Like
I'm not saying these. Okay, now we're getting too specific. I'm not saying that all preppy dudes have micro penis. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Never seen one in real life. I would be scared if I saw one.
You know, leave it to you to wait until after Dr. Berglund's gone to test this theory.
Hey, what do boat shoes say about the prostate?
Is income inversely proportional to penis length?
I think that
you know
it
anything
might
about
be.
that? All right. James Lipton died. Remember James Lipton?
Yeah.
He was the
Ice-T fortune?
not the heir to the Ice-T fortune. No, he was the host of Inside the Actors Studio for 25 years. He retired from that a couple of years ago. He wasn't actively hosting that show. That show was on a lot longer than I even thought it was. Even when he was hosting it, I'd click around every so often. They'd be like, wow, this show is still on? Because after 25 years, you know, you start with your De Niros and your Pacinos and your Meryl Streeps, and then you get down to, with all due respect, Dave Chappelle, you know, who's not known to be an actor. So they kind of broadened the scope of that show in its later years, but James Lipton, Will Ferrell used to do him on SNL back in the day.
If you haven't seen the scene where Drew screams at the ET, go right now to a place where videotapes of film are sold or rented and buy it or rent it and watch it. It is delightful.
James Lipton was a Detroit native. He got started in like newspapers and radio in Detroit, and then he went out to LA to be an actor, and I don't know that really worked out the way that he had hoped. I mean, he was an actor, you know, but I mean, he was mostly known for Inside the Actors Studio.
Who am I thinking of? Larry King?
Larry King is still very much alive, although you never know it by looking at him.
Or
What is
listening
his
to him.
thing called?
He's over on some...
He's just on YouTube now. in,
Yeah,
like,
the Aura
Russia
Network.
or something. Yeah.
He was on RT,
Do those
and
two
now
guys
he's on
look
some...
alike?
No. James Lipton kind of had a beard like mine. You know, it was really dyed.
Oh, okay,
yeah. I attended my daughter's choir concert over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
And my ex-wife hadn't seen this yet. And she was like, what? She goes, you look like that toy they give kids that's got the bald face, and then you take the...
Willy.
Willy
Yes,
Willy. You take
Willy Willy.
the magnet with the metal shavings. I go, you should have seen it at the beginning.
The beard doesn't really look that bad anymore. It actually looks kind of good.
Well, because it's
kind of
Yeah,
growing
it's kind
in.
of growing
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
Lackluster.
Lackluster.
That's the word of the day.
Lackluster.
Your punishment wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Well, it was on day one.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Day
great
one
on
was
day
pretty
one.
funny.
But after, you know,
Yeah, when it's still purple.
it comes off. It's coming off Thursday. So.
Oh, it's already been 2 weeks.
Oh, what are you going to use to take it off?
Well, I got to go to a Cavs game Wednesday night, and then so I still have to have it then, and then I'm going to shave it. I'll probably use my Bic Flex 5, Bill, to shave this all off.
There
You know.
go.
I'll use a trimmer to chop it off, but then I'll use my Bic Flex 5 when I really want to get to the
smooth
finer
shave.
points. That's right.
Yeah.
Contour to the
That's what
curves of your face.
That's what I finish with. Yeah. So, but over the course of 2 weeks, I will forget that it's on my face. So I don't even notice that people are probably looking at me like, that's the worst dye job I've ever seen in my life.
Is he even trying?
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you drinking very heavily?
Sir.
Are you all right? I got the very last ticket for my daughter's performance. And the way that it was this huge theater, because it was multiple schools at this performance on Saturday night. I got the very last single ticket in the front row in the handicapped row. Nice. Except there were no wheelchairs. So it's this huge theater, and I'm sitting, there are two single chairs in front of the front row that would normally bookend a row of wheelchairs. Except there were no wheelchairs.
So you're just in that.
So there's me, and then at the other end of this would-be row is this woman in the other single chair.
Yeah.
Like my foot could touch the stage.
Yeah.
And my son...
Maybe
and-
that's why your head's all goofy from staring up like that the whole time.
No, they weren't 9 feet above me. I
Oh.
mean, I was kind of eye level with the sage. But I'm just sitting there, and people were probably like, who is this dude that's by himself with the awful
And the
dyed
handicap
beard?
accessible
And the-
row.
Yeah, right. I was by myself, and there was one ticket left, and that's where it was.
Well,
And I got it wrong
Now,
first.
what would
so
you have done if there was no tickets left?
you'd just be a bad dad.
no, I would have stood somewhere.
He snuck in.
I would have stood somewhere. But I got in the wrong seat first because I asked one of the stupid girls with the seating chart. She got the seating chart. And I go, hey, where is this? And I show her my phone. She goes, oh, end of that row there. And I go, great. So it's what looks like the front row. And I sit in the seat. And then this guy comes over with his wife and his kid. And he goes, hey, bro, you're in our seats. And I go, I think this is, mine says A102. He goes, this is B. And I go, oh. So the girl who's supposed to help people where their seats are with the seating chart, can't read it, whatever, doesn't know.
Idiot.
And so I go, and he goes, that's A, and points to the single seat. And I go, oh,
cool.
That'll be awesome.
I love that.
VIP, man.
Yeah, give me that single
VIP.
seat.
So, yeah. I also have to cop to doing, I did do some prepper shopping this weekend. We did do some coronavirus shopping.
Ooh.
What'd you get?
Well, we went to Meijer, and it's funny because we ran into another couple who are like friends. Our daughters are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just goofing around. We're like, oh, we're just doing some coronavirus shopping. And they were like, so are we. They were like being real, like, timid about it. I don't know. A lot of bleach, a lot of water, a lot of,
What are you going to put the bleach on?
Now you tell me.
Your skin?
I think it's good. Not your skin. You know what bleach does? Yeah, come on. But we did. I spent like $300 on stuff. Trouble is, it's just going to sit now because I couldn't stop thinking about Bill's parents, right? Mm-hmm. They're Mormons. They're required by religious law to have like 90 days worth of food. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do they ever rotate that out, or is it like they do? Yeah. Well, because the premise of having that kind of food is that it can last a long time. Mm-hmm. So on the one hand,
they have everything dated, and then they have like when I was a kid, every like 5 or 6 years, we'd have to swap.
You got to turn it all over?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Well, we do like little bits at a time.
But if it's made for a long period of time, why wouldn't you just, the rice that you got in 1973 is the rice you're going to open in 2021?
No, because some of it
expires.
Whatever doesn't last, you have to swap out.
Now, here's what I picture is from The Office when Dwight is eating a big can of crushed tomatoes because they're about to expire.
It's not far off.
I was going to say, are you guys sitting just like family style eating out of a can?
They would have... No, I mean, we have dishes.
Oh, you don't just open it like a hobo?
No.
Light it with a lighter underneath?
And we never ate any of this stuff. We just had it in case we needed it.
I'm saying you don't
eat it. Case of emergency.
Before it's about to go bad, you don't eat it. You throw it away.
I don't even know what... I honestly can't remember what we did with it. Maybe we donated it.
Oh, okay.
So it still had some shelf life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what some people are saying. They're like, look, first of all, hardcore preppers, like legit preppers, get really mad when there's a run on grocery stores like this. Because they're like, you're not supposed to just load up with stuff that you wouldn't normally use just to have it. But I'm like, well, if you don't use it, then you can donate it to the food bank.
Yeah.
There's no downside if you have money to do this, right? It is some white people stuff, but whatever.
How concerned should I be about this?
I don't think so. But we did got it. We were out over the weekend, and I go, you know what? Let's just go get some stuff just to have it in the house. Just
I have toilet bowl cleaner.
That'll help.
That'll
help.
I have a bleach spray.
You can drink that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Water.
If the zombies come in, you can just drink that and end it all.
There's not going to be any
the
zombies.
Toilet bowl cleaner?
You don't know, Bill. They're saying now that this coronavirus, people who have been cleared, can get it again, and that it can live outside the body for 9 to 10 days. We don't know what we don't know.
All right. Well, it sounds exciting.
I love it. This is a very exciting time to be alive.
I don't like it.
It's very exciting.
Because I keep just not thinking about it. Oh, well, until it has to deal with... You know what I mean? Like, I know that's not a great way to approach it.
No, that's probably the most logical way to approach it.
But I also don't want to drive myself crazy.
You're probably most at risk of all of us.
Why?
Because you're having sex with rich dudes with boat shoes.
Oh, my God. That was years ago.
But no, you travel the most of all of us.
Yeah. Okay, well, cool. Now what? Cancel my flights? Like, what am I supposed to do? Sorry, O'Fallon, Missouri. I know you're really expecting that hot Mary Santora
St. Louis, right there in the STL, baby. I think that part of your future road gigs this year, you should just figure out I don't know how long it's going to last. You should figure out what the local medical infrastructure is. You go, do I want to die outside of St. Louis?
I think you want to
Do I want to die in Fargo, North Dakota?
Mary masks.
I think I'm going to get
some merch.
I'm going to get some merch that are masks, and they say don't have it, so that way people don't look at you crazy when you're when you're in the airport. It's like, hey,
don't have it.
Like, I don't have it. I don't want it.
Just preventative mask.
Okay, preventative mask. Maybe that's what it is.
I think most people...
Being proactive.
I don't think people who have it are walking around. I mean, the people with the masks are the ones who don't have it.
Well,
they're just worried about... Well, I think those people are... If you have it, they're quarantining people. Anyway, Listen, all you can have is information at your disposal. I don't think there's any reason for people to freak out. Whatever. I certainly don't want to promote any weirdo ideas. Okay. But we were out over the weekend, and I go, you know what? We were just kind of at the grocery store anyway. I go, let's get a couple of things.
Did you stock up on bottled water and stuff like that?
We got some bottled water, got some Gatorade, got a whole bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep, you get a lot of canned goods, you get a lot of non-perishables. Because I'm not gonna have. How much space does that take up in your parents' base room? Do they have a basement? Do they have a panic room?
Not as much now.
Do they have a hoarder room?
When we were kids, it was a lot of space because it was for all 7 of us.
Right.
But now it's
they've downsized the prepping.
Not very much.
Okay.
Don't you already have a whole room full of tuna?
Huh?
I feel like you eat so much tuna that you probably already have that.
No.
No.
No,
one shelf.
I switched from cans to pouches.
Ooh, pouch tuna. Does it not last as long?
Well, I wouldn't stock tuna in pouches. I'm saying that the tuna I have in my salad for lunch every day comes from a pouch. Because I'm like, why am I opening cans in my office? It's so stupid.
What am I, a Neanderthal?
I know. I got a can opener.
Pouches are great.
Pouches are dynamite. I'm like, why did I wait so long to switch from cans to pouches?
Yeah, you're a man of...
Trying to make my lunch easier, right?
You're just a man of routine.
Creature of habit.
Yeah,
you're right. I think you're right. And I finally was shopping one day. I go, pouches. It wasn't like I didn't know they existed. I knew they were there. They take up less space. I don't have to squeeze water out of them. There's a whole thing. That's why the office was smelling so bad, because I'm getting canned tuna all the time. Now you get the pouches. They're in flavors.
It's great.
Lemon pepper and sriracha.
I've had that.
Oh, come on. It's a whole new world. But this is a very exciting time to be alive.
I like the pouch tuna. I did a little bit of prepping, too. I got some whiskey and some mixers.
There you go. That is fantastic.
So
I'm doing the opposite. I got back to counting calories, and I'm like, I got fresh fruit. I got an avocado that's going to be bad in 2 days. I'm really looking
2 days
forward.
if you're lucky.
Yeah,
right. I bought myself a case of Grey Goose just to use as a disinfectant, Bill.
Mm-hmm. Got to keep those insides disinfected.
That's right.
Fight it from the inside out. I like it. I like what you guys are thinking here.
Of course. All right, listen. If you're on hold, I'll grab you on the way back. If you want to shoot me a text, 35192. I'll have those passes for you for the Hard Seltzer All Fizzed Up Festival that's coming on the 21st of this month.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
This is Brent Musburger, letting you know that all bets